What's up, everybody? It's J and J with Justin and Jordan.
Yeah,
What we got going on today, Justin?
yeah.
Just real quick, first post TikTok episode. I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you.
Yeah, RIP the TikTok era. There's a lot of. I kind of wanted to have like a going away crash out on TikTok, just replying to all the comments and just posting like shit that was gonna get me kicked off.
I don't think so, because I think it's gonna come back eventually. So it's a good thing you didn't.
So,
But
yeah.
shout out to the 1B clip though.
It would have been that like that Disney movie when I forgot the name, but his parents was like, "Yo, we're moving." He was like, "Really?" So he started acting crazy to
And
all,
then what, they just didn't move?
to all his bullies and shit, like trying to get his get back. And then after that, his parents were like, "Turns out we're not moving." He was like, "Fuck." I forgot the name of that movie. It was a Disney Channel movie.
Damn, but rest in peace to that 1B video for now.
For now.
With the 270K views, but yeah, post TikTok era, man, crazy shit, bro. But like I said, I don't doubt that it's gonna come back though. It is gonna come back. How long? I don't know. There's reports of different people buying it. The president trying to bring it back, even if it's for 90 days. Congress trying to bring it back for 270 days. I don't know. Where do we move on from here though? We still gonna do our thing. We still got the YouTube. Still got the IG. We're gonna keep it pushing.
IG Shorts has been popping off.
Yeah.
Lately.
So when the TikTok comes back, regardless, we're just gonna keep it pushing anyways, and just bring the TikToks back. So we're gonna still keep it moving. Nothing pauses. Nothing's gonna stop us. We're just gonna keep pushing forward. So Justin, what we got going on today?
I might as well plug the IG right now. So if you guys do not follow us at the JJ Podcast 1 on Instagram. We got the same TikTok clips up there. Probably do some of the shit that we was doing on TikTok and just incorporate it into the IG. But it has been going up. And before we start, want to give a shout out at the very start of the show to one of our guests that's been on here. Shout out to Colin. It is his birthday today.
Big shout out.
That's our brother right there. So shout out to him.
He's my brother in more than one way. I'll say that much. That's all I'll say. 100%. So big shout out to him, and also a big shout out too, because I'm sorry. Damn, I feel bad for interrupting your shout out because that's a very important shout out. We're definitely gonna add to that at the end of the show. Also, want to give a shout out to me some really important dudes on TikTok that been trying to arrange to get on here, especially after the TikTok ban. Hopefully we get an appearance from at least one of them on this show. We're going to try to work it out, especially one specific guy I've been really trying to get on here. We've been going back and forth. Want to shout out my boy on TikTok, Top One Hoops, which is a guy that we've been arranging the most to try to get on here. I think he followed the IG, so he'll probably be in contact with you very soon.
I think I did peep that.
Yeah. Shout out to Zebo. Shout out to 24/7 Vision. Those are three guys that hopefully we get them on here soon enough. But definitely hope to link up with one of them soon enough. 3 TikTok mutuals that honestly really had some good debates with, really cool guys, really level-headed guys, and we'll love to see them on here soon enough if it really is true that we don't see them anytime soon on TikTok. So shout out to them. Shout out to Colin. Happy birthday to my brother. You've obviously known him longer than me. One of our favorite guests, a guy I've known for 12 years now, I think. Yeah, I've known him for about 12 years. You've known him a little bit longer. Big shout out to the brother, though. 100%.
Damn, 12 years. Holy shit.
I mean, bro, that's nothing compared to you.
Yeah.
You know him for like, 17? Probably more?
Since kindergarten.
But almost 20.
Yeah.
Damn near 20, bro. That's basically 20 years. So you saying 12. Like,
I still got the picture on my phone from kindergarten.
Yeah, bro. Like,
the two of us.
12 is nothing. Y'all got like 8 years ahead of me, bro. Come on now.
Yeah.
But big shout out to Colin, and definitely want to get him back on the show very, very, very soon so that he could, backhand you. Because he hasn't, I don't think he's been on here since the Cavs have been really been cooking.
I mean, we talked.
And he deserves a seat here.
Yeah, he do.
To defend himself and to talk shit and basically prop up his Cleveland Cavalier propaganda. Because like we're going to talk about and one of the topics later on, they on pace for 70 wins too.
Yeah. I mean,
so he deserves to talk shit.
We talked about it yesterday. Like the the Cam Johnson trades and then the concerns with, because we was talking about it like the All-Star show a little bit. He's like, yo, Darius Garland been low-key been playing better than Donovan Mitchell at times. It's crazy. Yeah, but
sheesh, man. All-star. But what are some of the topics we're gonna get into today, bro?
so today we got our Q2 stock market review on the season. We are basically halfway into the NBA season.
Perfectly halfway.
Yeah, perfectly halfway. So we're gonna get into that. We got our final All-Star ballots because the voting closes tomorrow, I believe, or tonight. And I think they're gonna announce the starters on Thursday on TNT. So we're just gonna get our final All-Star ballot in. And then we got the usual shit. We got Jimmy Butler again telling Pat Riley to his face that he wants to get out of here. I know I don't really want to talk about this shit no more.
The flights too.
Yeah, the shit with the flights.
Him coming back.
Yes.
The comeback was funny though. I can't lie.
Yeah, a lot of fucking shit, bro.
Cam Johnson too. Trade packages.
Teams are fiending for Cam Johnson.
Jalen Johnson too, hooping. I also want to bring back a certain discussion with wait, who did I say? I said Jalen Johnson. Sorry, Jalen Green. Jalen Green's been hooping. He's on fire. Honestly, supernova. I gotta respect it, but do gotta bring up a certain conversation that's still bothering me a little bit. Don't want to rain on his parade, but he is hooping in. Honestly, I'll just get into the Jalen Green stuff real quick.
Yeah.
Jalen Green, phenomenal January. Last year had a phenomenal March, I think it was. Not April. Had a phenomenal March. He's great. When he's on, he's on. Truly, he looks like one of the best 25 players in the league when he's on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny that. It looks like nobody in the league could stop him. And like Amen said, it looks like the only guy that could stop him in the league is him. Like Amen himself at this point in time when he's on. But the thing is, I think the discourse gets a little bit too insane. Kind of like what I said. I forget if it was last episode or the episode before in terms of the redraft, in terms of as well the him and Cade rivalry, right? For me to take Jalen Green seriously in these redraft conversations and this Cade Cunningham rivalry, I need to see this for a whole stretch. I got to see this for a rivalry. And again, this is not me raining on his parade. He is hooping phenomenally. But I really hope that this isn't just a thing that when February hits, we see like a drought. When March hits, we see a drought. I want to see this from here all the way to the end of the season. Or at least from here to March. From here to like March 15th, halfway into March. That's all I'm asking for, some consistency. Because he's a fun watch.
No,
that's the thing. He's a fun watch. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not even trying to sound like I'm hitting on him. He's a very fun watch. But before we put him into Cade conversations, before we put him into should he go number one over Cade, Mobley, Scotty, let him do it consistently. Let's calm down. Before we talk about he's a definitive number one on his team. He's the best player. He's better than Şengün. Let him do it for the whole season. That's just one thing I want to get out the way real quick. Like, this isn't even like no topic that's going to be like a long time, but just let him do his thing for a consistent amount of time. And I will respect it greatly, and I want him to do it. But even better if he does it for the whole season, because guess what? Then they don't have to start Chase. They don't have to go get Jimmy Butler. Yeah. They don't have to get De'Aaron Fox. He could be that number 1A to the Şengün. The 1 or the 1A, either one. They don't have to go looking for it. If he could be that consistent for the whole season doing this shit, popping off against everybody, they don't have to look for anybody. They're good. They don't have to move pieces.
Season plus playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. So that's all I'm asking for. Before we get too deep into he's better than this guy. He should have gone here. He's the best dude in so-and-so group. Start bench cut. Yeah, I'm starting Jalen Green just because he's hooping right now. I press the brakes a little bit is all I'm saying. Just a little bit. But he is hooping.
Nah, yeah.
Absolutely. He is a dog right now. It doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon. But I hope that slowdown doesn't hit at all.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
He's a guy that I never really rushed to put in certain conversations because coming in, it was rough. Like, coming in from the G League Ignite and then having to acclimate himself into this NBA system. And when he first got to the Rockets, it was a fucking certified AAU team.
You said that.
Like him and Kevin Porter Jr. were just jacking up shots. It wasn't until Ime got in there where it kind of looked like there was some structure. I like how he's been playing so far, but it's still for me like a wait and see. Like for me, the biggest thing with him is how he's gonna handle like the playoff coverages and shit. That's not like a make or break if he's garbage in the playoffs this year because it's gonna be his first playoffs and shit. But just really keying in on how he like handles like certain coverages and how he responds to certain things because people will talk now while he's playing great and anoint him in all these different conversations, but I could see it today where they play in a playoff series and he doesn't look too great, and he's probably the third best player on the team, maybe fourth,
Yeah.
and then automatic switch and everybody flips. But that's kind of what I'm seeing. I'm kind of just trying to be patient because when Jalen Green is hot, shit, that motherfucker, he is a fun watch.
I'm telling you, bro, he's unstoppable.
Yeah.
He's unstoppable. He looks top 25, and that just makes the Rockets just that much more unstoppable to any team in the West. Sans the Oklahoma City Thunder, obviously. Besides them, like they look like they could beat anybody else when Jalen Green's hot.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. But I gotta see it for the whole season. I know you're saying playoffs too. That is a very valuable note that you're making. But for me, even because I know the first playoff run, it's gonna be the first time for most of these guys, honestly, besides like Fred, and Dylan Brooks, obviously. But it's gonna be rough the first time. I'll let it slide the first time, but honestly, I just want to see him do it for a whole regular season first. And if he does it in the playoffs, that's a major plus.
That's
obviously,
a big plus.
That's a big fucking plus. But my main concern first, number one, is do it for the rest of the season. If you could do this or even this at a slightly lower level for the rest of the season, you're going to be a fucking all-star next year. Absolutely, like, I will stamp you as an all-star next season. First time, too. I will be ready to stamp. That will be my hot take coming into the season, next season. Next October, I will come in here and be like, yo, Jalen Green, hot take for our hot takes coming into the season, all-star, off rip. Maybe even starting. Who knows? He's going to be a demon if he finishes the season playing just as good as he is right now. That's all there is to it. That's all I want from him. Is it a big ask? Maybe. But when you're the number 2 pick, when you're highly touted, when you're a so-called rival to Cade Cunningham, who looks like a top 15 player, who looks like he's going to be stamped as All-NBA, yeah, unfortunately, there is going to be unfair, quote-unquote, expectations of you. I should have to expect this shit from you, for you to play this good for the rest of the year. That's all I got to say about him. He's playing phenomenal. Let me see more. From here all the way to April, let me see more. And if you do it past April, even better. I'll be even more impressed. You will shut me the fuck up if you do this past April. That will make me even happier. And the deeper y'all go, the more I'm going to shut the fuck up about this shit. And the higher you go in these conversations with the rest of your draft mates and in these conversations with you versus your rival Cade Cunningham. That's all I wanted to say about Jalen Green and how he's hooping right now.
Yeah. I'm excited to see where that team goes. Because that game versus Memphis was that shit was fun.
Game versus Sacramento was type tough too.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Kings. We up right now. Spurs, y'all down. I had to get it in there though. Yikes. We're not really talking about the Kings like that this episode, but had to get it in there. Had to get my shit in there though.
Should we get into the Q2 stock review?
Absolutely. So this time, we are into a season where we timed it perfectly. Where it was, of course, because of the fires, unfortunately, big time disaster. Certain teams, because they play in Cali, they play like 39 games like the Lakers. But realistically speaking, everyone else has played anywhere between 41 and 43 games. No one's played more than 43. So this is perfectly the halfway point. Perfect timing. I have our teams that we picked, both yours and mine. See how successful or unsuccessful we have been. To be honest with you, Justin, you're still kicking my ass. If you want me to be completely honest,
shout out to the Cavs.
You're still kicking my ass. But hold on.
And OKC.
I still have the biggest win though.
Which one?
But the Rockets are still my biggest win.
Yeah,
slightly from the Cavs.
Yeah, I wish I bought them.
By 1%. But
I know Celtics losing me money right now.
But we're right there. So let's jump into it. Let's get into our stock picks. Let's see who performed better in this quarter. We both got the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
The Knicks are on pace for 51.5 wins. We'll round it up to 52. Obviously, the under-over was 52.5. So it didn't go up again. The first quarter, it didn't move. This quarter, it didn't move again. Consistency, though. That's all I'll say. We're consistent. I could say that much. We're consistent. That's a good thing. The next one, we'll talk about your big banger right here. Cleveland Cavaliers. Before the season, obviously, over under 47.5. Like I just spoiled earlier, on pace for 70. You up 29% still.
Shit.
Which is fucking insane. But to counteract that, like I said, is my Rockets, who are on pace for 56 when they're projected for 42.5. So that makes me 1% higher with up 30%. So that's a major W for me. That's a pretty good W for me. Then we go down to the Thunder, who we both had. They're on pace for 68 wins, Justin. Do you know what the over-under was before the season started? The number one seed
They're
from
on
last
pace
year.
for 68. They're over under, if I had to guess, 55.5.
Right on the fucking money. That's kind of scary, to be honest with you. You're right on the money.
Call the hotline.
Yeah, call the hotline, nigga.
Oh, shit.
So we both up 21%. I just marked these off, too, as the ones that I already read out. Then we both bought the Spurs. Performing kind of decent. Nothing crazy. They're below 500 now. They're on pace for 39 wins. They over-under before the season was 35.5 because of Wemby. But we're both up slightly because we both had the Spurs, but it's only up 8%. So we're both kind of cooling right there. You had the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
They're on pace right now for 52 wins. They were projected for 45.5, which, to be honest with you, I didn't expect this from them. Still halfway. They could still go down. Remember, I had them as low as like 6, I think it was. They still have potential to go down. But right now, your shit's hitting right now. I can't really hate like that. So good on you. I kind of want to skip this one.
Which one?
I really want to skip this one. My New Orleans Pelicans bye.
Wow. You're on a 3-game winning streak.
It doesn't matter because they're on pace for 21 wins.
Damn.
Justin, what was the Pelicans over-under?
43.5. Like projected?
Yeah.
I'll say 43.5.
46.5.
Wow.
So what do you think I'm down by just because of that? Just doing the quick math.
You're down by a lot.
53%.
Damn.
That's the biggest drop on the list. That is by far the biggest drop on the list. Injuries. That's my excuse, by the way. Injuries.
Yeah, they got fucking killed with injuries.
I mean, DeJounte broke his hand first fucking game. Obviously, he's playing now. A lot of different various injuries, guys going down various times. CJ's hooping, though.
Zion just came back.
Zion's back even after the suspension. One game waiting in the Wendy's drive-thru. Nah, I'm fucking around, though. When Dave sent that shit, though, in the chat, with Stephen A. acknowledging Centel, I thought he got Centel, though. But he was just acknowledging that it was a Centel post, which is still fire. But it was still crazy to me that he acknowledged them. But, yeah, it's been a rough fucking season for them. But the one bright spot, though, and I think we even talked about this before the season even started, like that they're good to move on from Brandon Ingram. I don't know about you. I didn't know he was going to be this good, though. Trey Murphy, I didn't know he was going to be hooping this fucking good,
He's
though.
playing great.
To average like 22 points per game, I didn't think he was going to be this good, to be honest with you, this season. I thought it was going to be like a cool, like 18, shit like that. That would have been a great season for him. North of 20 points. So that's the one bright spot of the season for them. But besides that, it has been butt fucking ugly, my nigga.
And they took care of him before the season started. Paid him.
Yeah. So shout out to him. When they got him when the Knicks got him on the roommates, I really thought that somehow, some way we were getting him. I was like, this is a random link up. Are we getting him? I was all excited and shit.
He is a Knicks type of guy, I feel like.
Yeah. Dibs will love him, but there's no space for him, bro. There's absolutely no space for him, unfortunately. We both have the Raptors, who we were both hype about. Shout out Star J. Should be the All-Star. Best Best player on the Raptors, despite what a certain small group of people would say, small group of Scotty believers that we personally know, like only like 2 people, they were projected, Justin, to win. Well, their line was at 30.5. Do you know what they're on pace for right now?
Hold on. I'm trying to look at their record real quick.
It's not good, bro.
What are they, like 11 and something?
11 something?
They're 10-32. They're on pace. On pace for what? 22 wins.
They're on pace for 20 flat.
Okay.
So they're down 30%.
Damn.
Which is ugly as hell. So we both took a L on that. I wish it was just you taking the L because I took that really big Pelicans L, and you only have one more L, to be honest with you. And then you have one more L, I have one more L, but your L is much smaller than mine because you bought the Celtics. They were projected to have 50.5 wins. They're on pace for 57. To be honest with you, it's not even 1%. I just gave it to you. It's 0%. Like it's like 0.5%. So I just fucking gave it to you. So it's not even a shift. So fuck you, basically, is all I could say. That's really all I could say to you. And then the very last one is my Sacramento Kings. They're on pace for 42 wins. They line was 46.5. We back up though. We back up. We're down 10%, but guess what? I don't feel bad about that. Because we were 6 games below 500. We a game above 500. And we're only going to go up. And I think our next game is against the Wizards, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think today or tomorrow. I think today. We're playing the Wizards. So that should be... I don't want to jinx it. Should be a W, though. Should be a good W. I wish we beat the Timberwolves, though, because not only would it have helped the Knicks, but it would have helped the Kings, too. So that would have been a really big help for us. So far in this stock shit, you won round 1. You won round 2. At this point, I can only pray to tie. Honestly. I can only pray to tie. So I need to win Q3 and Q4 somehow, some way. I need the Kings to pick it up. I low-key need the Grizzlies to start fucking up. Because we have a couple we both share the Knicks, we both share the Raptors, we share the Thunder. And I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
I need the Cavs, I'm sorry, Colin, to go down a little bit. I need the Pelicans to pick up a little bit if they wait. Somehow, some way. I need them to be on pace for 30, bro. I need them to be on pace for like 31. I need the Spurs to go down. Fuck the Spurs, man. Fuck the fucking Spurs, bro. I need them to go down. Do we both have
Spurs or just
you
me?
have the Spurs? No, wait. Oh, wait, we both have the Spurs. I think we both have the Spurs. Shit. Yeah. No, fuck. So I really just need the Grizzlies. I need the Grizzlies to go down, the Spurs and the Cavs to slow down too. Grizzlies and Cavs to slow down. That's my only chance to beat you. If the Celtics would just slow down a little bit, that'll give me a chance. And if the Rockets could just cook and the Kings could cook, I might be able to grab a W. But right now, it's looking really slow for me, bro. Speaking of the Cavs and the Kings, you know, and the Kings, I'm not going to lie. They are the favorite. Cam Johnson, because I don't know if you saw the report, the Kings are the favorite. With the exact package I told you and Colin about, too. Kevin Huerter. I said filler, but they're saying Trey Lyles and some picks. No Devin Carter. He's out of it. Thank God.
Yeah.
If we can move that for Cam Johnson. I was about to say it was going to be crazy explicit, so I'm not even going to say it. But just imagine that line. Wow, I don't even know what the lineup would be, to be honest with you. Because Mike Brown already asked DeRozan to go on the bench, and we saw how that went. So DeRozan won't want to go on the bench. Malik obviously goes to the bench, so it'll be what? I think Cam Johnson still goes on the bench. It would just have to be De'Aaron, Keon, because I don't want to put Keon on the bench. And then DeRozan doesn't want to go on the bench, so he's stuck. I guess you just go Keegan or Cam based on who's hot, and Sabonis. But the thing is, I really wish DeRozan was willing to go on the bench, but he's not. He should sacrifice, bro. I know he's averaging 20. We got 3 guys averaging 20. I don't know how many teams in the league are averaging 20.
Imagine these motherfuckers sit down and you got to deal with Malik Monk and DeRozan coming off the bench. That would be crazy.
I would be so fucking excited, bro. Instead of having Kevin Huerter come in, I would be so hyped. We just have DeRozan and Malik Monk coming in. That would be, and then Devin Carter.
Yeah.
Devin Carter, Malik Monk, and DeMar DeRozan. But even if it's not DeMar, I guess you just swap him out for Cam Johnson. Even that would low-key be hell, but... And you don't even have to take some of the guys out. Imagine you just take out Fox. Because Malik Monk, to be honest with you, works best as a primary ball handler when Fox is on the bench.
Yeah.
When you swap out Fox from Malik Monk, that's when he's cooking the most. When he's playmaking, when he's scoring and getting his own fucking shots. So if you could just have him and then run him out with Cam and DeRozan and Keon and all these fucking dudes, that would be hoops excellence when De'Aaron needs some rest, bro. Absolute hoops excellence. And take out Keon for a little bit, give him some rest. Throw in Devin Carter to guard the best fucking perimeter player. That would be hell for some teams. Make the call, bro. Vivek, make the call right now. Please, bro. Please make the call. Because if that's truly the favorite package, get the deal done. Please. Because if not, the only other competition is the Cavs.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah. Colin's feeding for that shit. He's
And the only thing that could really fuck up the balance is the monster, the tank that's in the fog. OKC, if they just say, fuck it, we'll give you 10 picks.
If OKC
we'll throw you
gets
10
some,
picks
bro,
just because we can. Just because we can.
If OKC gets some, I'll be fucking... I'm like, damn, bro.
Shout out Lou Dort for flopping. I'm still not switching up on you. I still love Lou Dort since that Rocket series. But yeah.
That motherfucker had the game of his life against the Cavs on Thursday. Shit.
Shout out to him, bro. They fried them. Embarrassed them, too. Had Shea sitting the whole fourth. Which kind of fucked my fantasy production.
And he had
up.
40.
Which kind of fucked up my fantasy production. Because I would have got 70 fantasy from him. He got 60.8 and sat the whole fourth. He would have at least gotten like 75, bro. I was so tight.
Shout out to Zion for giving me 60 fantasy.
Yeah, I was so tight. I was like telling Decon, I was like, this nigga's leaving niggas on the bench with like 58 fantasy. I was like,
I think Jalen Duren went crazy.
Yeah, I was like, yo, he's leaving niggas on the bench that's cooking. And I was like, damn, I just need Zion not to play for the whole week. He's already missed 2 games. He came back with a 60 ball. I was like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm cooked now. I'm down 130 points. And I just have Fox left and Ayton. And Ayton is playing like a fucking pussy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he didn't play yesterday.
He's playing like a bitch. So I don't know what to do. And I can't use Gobert because of the trade.
You still can't use him yet?
No.
Oh.
I can't use him. And I couldn't use Miles Turner, good game against
Oh, so you got to wait
Pistons
till
either.
next week?
Yeah.
Damn.
I couldn't use either of them. So I'm like, I'm screwed. And I just locked in some Kuzma points just because I needed points. So I didn't want to gamble with Keegan Murray. But Trey Murphy, I left 57 Trey Murphy points on the bench. I got to put him in. I put him in, and then he still gave me another 54. I was like, thank you so much. He didn't let me down, so shout out to him. But going back to it though, with with OKC and the Cam Johnson package. Me personally, I want to see Cam Johnson on the Kings. I want to hear your perspective though, to take the bias out, because you're not affiliated with any of these 3 teams, or even any team randomly. If you want to throw out a team that's not them 3.
How I feel. I feel like Cam Johnson on the fucking Thunder is just like overkill at this point. I think I would really like him on the Cavs the most, because I've been saying this since like the start of this pod. Like the one area that the Cavs need to improve on the most is the wing position, that small forward spot. So I'm like, yo, if you could have Cam Johnson in that 3 spot, bro, that would be like a fucking dream, bro. For the Kings, it would be good. I don't know how much picks you would give out, but I mean, if he does have to come off the bench, you got to be prepared for everybody being like, you gave away 3 fucking picks for a nigga that's coming off the bench. But it's versatility though. Like I said, if he's playing like shit, swap him. But in theory though, it would be a good pickup. That shit would be just dangerous as well, just because of all the firepower and everything we just talked about. If DeRozan actually did commit to coming off the bench, that would be even better. But that would be good. And like you said, you only have to give up Kevin Huerter and Trey Lyles and some fillers. So you're not really missing crazy amount. I forgot what we said what the Cavs package would be. Because right now the Cavs is like they have pretty good depth.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there was a report prior to the OKC game, this past one, where it was like they're kind of reluctant to trade because they don't want to fuck up the chemistry that they got going on.
True.
But I guess that game was like, nah, fuck that. Like, like we got to do what we got to do. So yeah. So I like the Cavs for getting Cam Johnson, just securing that 3 spot because that's always been like the question mark spot for me. OKC, I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see him on OKC.
Really?
I mean, if he does it, it's like, yo, Presti, shout out to you because you're doing your fucking job. But like as a fan, I'm just like,
They haven't even won yet, though.
They haven't, but it's like, damn, bro.
Now, if they had won already, I would see what you're saying, but they haven't won yet. So, I wouldn't mind. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't guarantee they're going to win.
Yeah, you're right. Because I do notice with OKC at times where it's like, if Shea don't got the ball, sometimes it gets a little murky.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
That
Even with Jade up, too.
It's so Cam Johnson don't really help that. But I'm just thinking about, like, the whole season, like, as a whole, and it's like, damn, bro, they've been beating the fuck out of motherfuckers. And then it's just like, oh, yeah, here's Cam Johnson now.
If these motherfuckers in Boston got him, I'll be tight. Absolutely, I'd be tight. And not only that, they don't even need him.
I don't even know what OKC's package would be.
I saw one on Twitter. It was like Isaiah Joe, Jalen Williams with the one that looks like Duke Dennis.
Light-skinned Duke Dennis. Yeah.
And picks. And I think one other player, too. No disrespect, like an irrelevant player, like filler, and then picks. That's it. I would do that. I would send him out if I was OKC, I would send him out there for some shit like that. Why not? But it's just so funny though to comment on the Cavs shit that because I see where they're coming from. You don't want to fuck around with continuity in basketball. It's just so funny comparing basketball to other sports like a baseball or a soccer. Baseball, trade deadline, it don't matter how good you are. Like when you're the best fucking team in the league, you're still like, yo, I'm World Series favorite. I'm still gonna trade for a pitcher. I'm gonna trade for the best fucking bat. Soccer in January, even if you're the fucking favorite, you're in first place. Like, yo, I'm gonna buy a defender because I still want to bolster up my defense. I'm gonna buy another striker. I'm gonna buy something. But it's like basketball is so special. It's like you're scared because if you're doing some shit right, one trade might fuck shit up. Like, let's not forget. And someone made a really good point on Twitter that that trading away Danny Granger fucked up the Pacers monumentally in that contending season of 13-14. And it was like that minor trade fucked up the continuity forever. And it just destroyed their contending window and shut it closed immediately. Obviously, the PG injury as well, that the summer after. But that, too, was a major hit because after that, they just crashed, among other issues. But that was the start of it. So it's like, it is really interesting, though, because as a Cavs, it's like, do we try to improve? Do we become reactive? And it's like, damn, OKC just beat the shit out of us. We got to improve. We got to upgrade the 3. Or is it we're doing shit right? We're on pace for 70 wins. At worst, if we collapse, we'll still only win 60 games. Let's just keep what we're doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So they kind of are in that dilemma. I don't know what I would do, to be honest with you, if I was a Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't know what I would want if I was a Cavs fan. That's why I kind of wish Colin was here. There's definitely something I would ask Colin after the show. Like, yo, would you risk fucking up the continuity to have Cam Johnson, or do you just want to keep what you got and keep rolling with it because you're already winning anyways?
Nah, he really wants Cam Johnson.
I know he does, but it's like
I don't know what they're going to do.
You're still running the risk, though.
Yeah,
you never know. What if he just turns out to start shooting like shit? We don't know. I'm not wishing that on him, and I'm not saying. The thing is, too, like, him is different from a D'Lo, a Dinwiddie, and Dennis Schroeder, you know, the big 3 of scammers. You feel me?
Oh, the con man?
Yeah, the con men.
The con men?
The 3 con men, right? Like, those are 3 guys that look great in Brooklyn because they're creating their own shots, they're playmaking. That's not why. Cam Johnson doesn't look good in Brooklyn because it's a shitty situation. Like, he could look good in numerous situations. So I don't think he looks like a pig with lipstick in Brooklyn. It's just that, you know, it could still just look like shit, unfortunately, if he just goes to a new situation. I'm not saying it's just because he's a fraud and he only looks good in Brooklyn, but you're also running that risk too. He's a shooter. What if you start shooting like shit? Like when guys go play with LeBron, the LeBron tax, the Laker tax. You give him the best shooter of all time, like, and they just start shooting like shit. You give him a guy shooting like 49% from three. They start shooting 32%. Like, you're running that risk as well. So it's like it's not even like a guarantee that he's still gonna be shooting the lights out. You don't know. So I don't know. If I was the Cavs, I don't know if I would want to risk that. But like the Kings, again, my bias talking, I would take that swing. OKC, even though they're a little bit different, because even though they're doing shit, and you could argue like, oh, if it ain't broke, don't fix it with them as well. They have house money to play with because they have all these picks anyways. That's what the Cavs don't got. So it's like this trade, let's say if it doesn't work out and it has picks attached to it, this may fuck them up in the future.
Yeah.
OKC's playing with house money. They're playing with other people's money. They could send away picks that aren't even theirs and not worry about it. So they could do whatever they want, to be honest with you. So I think it really is between Sacramento and OKC. If the Cavs want to keep their hat in the race, kudos to them. But even then, I'm still 1 foot in, 1 foot out with the Cavs. I don't know where I stand with them. So I don't know where he's gonna go yet. Hopefully Sacktown though. I want to see him in black and purple. That'll be my favorite spot, obviously.
We'll see what goes down. Hopefully it gets done by the deadline. But we'll see.
Hopefully another deal gets done by the deadline. Hopefully that shit gets done soon, bro.
Yeah.
Hopefully Jimmy Butler is gone just in the past week since the last episode, and we keep saying we don't want to talk about Jimmy Butler.
He keeps giving us shit to talk about, bro.
PR war started. The reports of him taking his own jets, his own flights to games and shit, numerous times. Then Jimmy's own group sent out a counter report saying, hey, he's only taking these flights to visit his father and shit like that. What's true, what's not, we don't know. We can't tell you. We're not going to say Jimmy's lying. We're not going to say the Heat are lying. What we kind of can comment on is him rubbing his teammates the wrong way. Even guys like Kyle Lowry being rubbed the wrong way.
Yeah.
His suspension's over. He came back. And to be honest with you, it looked like during the intro when they were trying to hype up and you saw like Tyler Hero like pushing him around, like smiling and shit, and Kevin Love pushing him, trying to make him smile. He looked like, you know, when you're a kid and you're mad and your parents try to make you laugh or cheer you up and shit, and you want to smile or like laugh, but you're like, fuck, I gotta stay mad. That's what he looked like. It looked like he wanted to break, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But it's like he gotta stand on principle and it's like he wants to leave, but it really did look like, fuck, man, like he's gotta make me about to laugh on camera like before the game started. Like, I don't think he truly looked like miserable in that pregame shit, to be honest with you. Me personally, I don't think so, but he wants out, you know.
Yeah.
And like you said, he also went up to Pat Riley again and said, hey, I want out of here. Like that wasn't gonna change anything. Like, all right, you did that twice already. So like what well, you did it once already. This is the second time you're doing it. What's that gonna change now? So it's another entry into the saga, bro.
Yeah, and he's not signing that what does he have? Doesn't he have like an option that he could opt into?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he's not gonna sign that. Even though you could use it as leverage, because I think James Harden did that shit.
Why would he fucking reveal his card like that, bro?
Yeah.
He could literally be like, yo, if y'all don't trade me, I'm gonna opt in. He could literally say that.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And it's like, now y'all gotta pay me an extra couple mil.
I'm not gonna talk about this shit. I'm kind of just over it. I said what I've had to say. I kind of don't want to talk about it again until he gets traded. But it's like more of the same shit. He goes up to Pat Riley, says it to his face that he doesn't want to come back. He's not gonna opt in, and yeah. And now he's back from suspension. We'll see how it goes, but nothing really to say. And looking at Sham shit right now, I'm like, damn, I forgot about this trade, the fucking Okogie and Nick Richards trade.
Hey man, he hooped too.
Holy, I forgot about that trade.
Suns is on a run and he hooped, bro. And that's all it took, bro. What pissed me off is that's all it took.
Yeah. It was what, 2 seconds?
It was just bullshit. Like I would have sent Landry Shamet and some bullshit
It
for
was
him.
Josh Okogie in 2 seconds for Nick. I'm
like we could have sent Landry Shamet in 2 seconds.
I would have did that shit in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
But we would have had to pay the stupid tax. They would have been like, we want Deuce first.
Yeah, I would have been like, yo, like I need to get off my dick, bro. Like, please, like, just take this shit. Take Landry Shamet. Take these 2 seconds, bro. Unprotected as well. Are you worried? Not worried. Are you impressed by the Suns' type of decent run too recently or not? Is it moving you? I'm not moved.
Not moved because I'm looking, and I did tune into that Hornets game the other day. I'm not that moved because it's like still at the end of the day, yeah, they're getting these wins, but it's like teams that shouldn't even like. You have so much more talent on paper than these teams, and they're hanging it with you. Like I'm looking back, bro. They only beat the Jazz by 8 points.
Crazy.
Come on. Like, you beat the Hornets by 7 points. You let the Hornets put up 110 plus. You lost to the Hawks.
Hey, Hawks just beat the Celtics.
No, the Hawks are a good team. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying they lost to a team that's actually good. So like they can't even match up. Then they beat the Wizards by 7 points.
Yeah, like just being garbage team. That's what I'm saying. They're not moving, man.
And not only that, the Wizards put up 120 points. This is looking like the Bucks when they had Adrian Griffin as the coach.
This is why I'm asking though, because a lot of people are popping their shit about the Suns, and it's
they
like
barely beat the Pistons.
They're beating garbage teams.
Even though the Pistons aren't garbage, they barely beat the Pistons. Yes,
they're beating garbage ass teams for this whole fucking run. So it's not moving me at all. And even then, they're still not where they should be.
Yeah,
they're still the 10 seed, if I'm not mistaken. They're the 9 or 10 seed right now.
They're the 11 seed.
They're not even in right now.
But it's a tie between the Kings, the Warriors, and them.
I mean, we about to separate ourselves.
And the Kings, Warriors, and them, yeah.
We about to separate ourselves anyways. But it's like, yeah, I shouldn't even be in the playing race right now. You feel me? So it's like, you're not even where you're supposed to be, and you guys are moved by this short little run, beating trash-ass teams. So this shit's not moving me at all. The Suns did make an upgrade, though. I got to respect that. I'm really curious to see where this Brad Beal and Nurkic saga goes as well, because with the Jimmy shit going on, that's not going to happen, obviously. I want to know what's going on with these 2 guys as well, because the Valanciunas thing, that's stupid for them. Absolutely stupid. We've already commented on this numerous times. It's just a stupid move. It's a lateral move. This is a good upgrade for them. I don't know what other upgrades they can make, though, because right now they're really fucking deep in the hole, and they have a lot of climbing to do, bro, to be honest with you. A lot of climbing, because like I say all the time when I talk about the Kings having to climb up, it's a compact West. You got to go on a run while other teams are on a decent losing streak. You got to go on a 5-game winning streak, and someone that's two seeds above you has to go on a 2-game losing streak just for you to catch up, just for you to tie them. That's what it takes for you to tie the dude that's 2 spots ahead of you. 5-game winning streak, them to lose 2 games in a row. That's what it takes. And like you said, with all that talent that you got on the roster, this is not where you should be. Remember the prediction video. I'm pretty sure all 4 of us had them in the top 5. All 4 of us. And what did we say? Y'all got a great coach. You addressed the PG problem. You had 2 decent point guards. And even then, we didn't even say y'all needed a great point guard, but at least you have a true point guard and 2 of them that are decent. You should do what you should be able to do what you got to do now. And you still got Book and KD, right? But it's like, even then, you're still struggling. Still struggling, bro. Struggling just to be in the play-in. When we had you as a top 5 team, you're struggling to be in the play-in, bro. So no, I'm not really impressed by what these guys are doing recently. If anything, it's a disappointment. It's an embarrassment.
Yeah.
It's crazy talk to me. It's crazy talk that these Suns fans and KD fans and Book fans are, like I said, trying to pop their shit on an unimpressive run, beating unimpressive teams. The Pistons win, even though you said it was by barely, that's still a decent win. But like Wizards, Hornets, Jazz, and you're barely beating them.
Barely beating those teams.
That's shitty wins. You're giving up 120 points to the Wizards. That's a shitty win. That's not a quality win. A win is a win, obviously, but that doesn't move me in terms of how much better are you than the teams above you. How much of a chance do you have of against the teams above you? Am I gonna take you seriously against the Grizzlies? Against a healthy Mavs team? Against the Thunder? Fuck no. You would get swept by the Thunder. You would get swept by the Grizzlies. You would get cooked. I'm not gonna say swept. You would get cooked by the Lakers. If Kawhi plays, you would get cooked by the Clippers. It's like, who can you really beat right now with how you guys are playing in form? Not because of talent, because we tried to play the talent game last postseason and you got swept. You got swept last postseason when we tried to play the talent game. So based on how you guys are playing and not the talent that's on paper, who can you beat in a 7-game series? And right now, it doesn't look like anybody.
You think the Rockets could beat them in the series? Yeah, I think so too.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie to you, not in no crazy way though. In 6.
Yeah, I'll say.
Even though the Rockets are the 2 seed, like I said, the only 2 guys on the roster who played playoff games, I'm not counting Uncle Jeff, by the way. I'm sorry, I'm not counting him. Is Fred and Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Amen about to put motherfuckers in hell.
Yo, I would love to see Amen put KD in hell. Because he could do it.
That motherfucker's like a 1-of-1 athlete, bro. It's like insane.
It's disgusting.
Like when I talk about like, yo, this motherfucker's an athletic freak, or like he's like Amen is probably like one of the best like athletes I've seen like in my life.
Both of them.
Both of them, him and Asar.
Shout out to both of them, but obviously
because it's
sticking
like
to Amen though. Yeah.
Whenever I do like draft work, and it's like this motherfucker has like different elite level athleticism, NBA level athleticism. It's like some of the guys I think about, I feel like Amen and Asar are like
aliens,
like a step ahead. Like I remember before them, Andrew Wiggins was the one where I was like, he was like different level shit. And I feel like, yo, Amen just dead ass be going coast to coast and just like finishing on it, or he'll just literally come out of nowhere and just dunk on motherfuckers.
You know who I felt like that with? Because you said Wiggins.
What?
Yeah, that was me with Jeremy Lamb.
Oh.
Look how last year worked out. He had a decent career. Look how last year worked out. I thought he was gonna be a superstar, but nah, he's an athletic freak. And damn, yo, him and Tari would. Book and KD would be in hell, bro. If they thought they was in hell with Minnesota, this is worse. To be honest with you, just talking like defensively, respect to Minnesota's defense last season, historic. Just talking about the 2 guys, the personnel that they would have to face, personally, them 2, this is worse. Way worse. I don't think that they're gonna have a chance, bro, at all. They can win 2 games. KD and Book, they'll have 2 great games that can win them 2 games. But the other 4 that the Rockets win is not going to look close. Like, when you look at the series, you're going to see 4-2. You're going to be like, oh, maybe the series was close. When you look at the scores, though, it's going to look like blowouts for all the Rockets wins. And for the 2 Suns wins, it's going to be close. I could promise you that. I don't know any team that they could beat. Even the play-in teams, if they were to play them in a 7-game series, which obviously they're winning because they're playing teams, I don't see them beating any of them. Except the Warriors.
Yeah,
literally except the Warriors. Because the Warriors is trash. The Warriors have no place being in the play-in, bro. They're trash. But besides that, like they're not capable of beating anybody. They're a garbage team right now.
Yeah, they're fucking garbage.
But I'm gonna give them a chance though. With the recent upgrade that they made, I'm gonna give them a couple of weeks to see if they really do their thing and really get that much better. Because if they do, I'll give them props. Like if by All-Star break, like they're truly like climbing up the standings and like they the 7 seed, 6 seed. Obviously, I'll come back here and be like, all right, I was wrong. I'll say I was wrong. And like, hey, the Suns are hooping. But right now, I'm not moved by these little baby bitch wins, to be honest with you. That's it. I'm not impressed. They don't look like no top 15 team in the league right now. Top 16 team. Not even no top 18 team. Not even close. I don't trust them to do anything to make any noise in the playoffs right now just because they got KD and Devin Booker. I'm not moved at all.
Yeah.
Just because they got 2 All-Stars, 2 MIDI magicians. Good for y'all. Good luck. Good luck against Tari and Amen.
The KD fans are going crazy on the last clips.
Who cares?
One of them was like, what the fuck? Because I was replying to a comment. I was like, they're like, oh, what does this mean about his legacy? Like, I was like, bro, since post Golden State, he hasn't done shit. And that's a fact. Is that not a fact?
The thing is, too, that wasn't even me trying to. I wasn't even trying to like cut a promo and be like, KD, your legacy's trash. That wasn't even what I was trying to say. What I was really trying to say is like, are you really gonna bitch out again and leave? That was kind of my question. Are you gonna ask to leave again because you're incapable of winning without Stephen Curry? Are you gonna go to a third team because you can't win without Steph? That was kind of the point I was making. It wasn't like, KD, your legacy's trash because you can't win without Steph. You're trash. You're nothing without Steph. You're Steph, baby. That was never my intention with what I was saying. My intention was you lost in Brooklyn. The same results, the same exact results you got in Brooklyn was the same exact ones you got in Phoenix. Like I said, second round exit in the first year, swept in the second year. Same exact things happen in both teams. Are you gonna ask out again and just go to a third team and just end your career? That was basically my point. And then through it all, in the end of the day, just because you couldn't win without Steph, or are you gonna stay here in Phoenix and see what you can do? That was my question. It wasn't just, KD is nothing within his career but a Steph, baby. That's not what I was trying to say at all. KD's had a great career.
One dude was trying to say like, he's like, oh, but the reason he hasn't won post Golden State is because injuries. So context matters. And I told him, I was like, bro, in the regular season, sure, but if you check the playoffs, he played every game. He played in every single series. He was available, and they just couldn't get it done. I guess the only series you could really point to with injuries was the Bucks series, Harden. And it wasn't even him that got hurt. It was Harden and Kyrie. Yeah. But he played. They lost. 2022, he was there. He played all the games. They got
Kyrie was there every game too.
They got swept. 2023,
D-Book wasn't hurt.
Yeah, D-Book, they lost to the Nuggets. And then last year, they got fucking swept.
Healthy.
And everybody was healthy.
Healthy. Literally, it was just the Bucks series and that's it.
Yeah.
And same way that you say the MVP G13, it's like the same thing with 2021 KD, bro. Like calling him like saying like they would have won a championship, bro.
That shit gets me tight, bro.
Would have, could have.
Like they would have won the chip if he had a smaller shoe.
Yeah, would have, could have, should have, bro.
That nigga scored 0 in overtime.
Yeah, 0 for 6 or 0 for 7. One of the two.
0 for 6.
Get a bucket in overtime. You feel me? Incredible game.
It was a great game.
Incredible series by him. Incredible game by him. Incredible series by him. But get a bucket in overtime. I know you're tired. You play like 50-something minutes. I understand that. But don't talk about this shoe business and then go into OT and not make a single bucket.
Yeah.
And talk about we would have won a championship. Was y'all guaranteed to beat the Suns? Because would Kyrie have been back for the finals and Harden still would have looked fucked up with his hamstring?
That shit would have lingered throughout the entire.
They would have beat the Hawks.
Yeah, they would have beat the Hawks.
They would have gotten to the finals, but the Suns were perfectly healthy. CP3 was healthy. Bridges, I'm not gonna say would have given KD hell, but Bridges and Jay Crowder could have given KD problems if there was no other offensive options besides him and a hobbled James Harden.
That probably
was no guarantee.
That would have been a better matchup for Phoenix, low key, because it was
absolutely.
Like, with the Bucks, it was like Giannis was like literally having his way on Ayton. The Nets didn't have no interior presence like that. Mm-hmm. That would have just had their way with DeAndre Ayton. So it actually would have been like a better series, and like it probably leans towards Phoenix actually.
Yeah, if anything, like I'm gonna start saying that shit because the same way people be like, "Oh, KD would have been a champion in 2021." If anything, I'm about to start saying like, "Yo, if KD won in 2021, the Suns would have been champions," because that's the real outcome. The real outcome is if KD beat the Bucks in 2021, the Suns would have been champions, not the Nets.
Who's playing the 5 on that 2021 this team?
Claxton.
It was Claxton, right? I mean, defensive.
But to be fair, like let's be real. It's not like, not to disrespect Ayton. Ayton was doing his thing in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
It was giving like 16 to 18, right? And getting boards. But it's not like the key to beating Phoenix is shut down the big. So I'm not saying Claxton. I'm not saying Claxton would have been useless, but it's like it's not like Claxton stopping Ayton would have been like, oh, this is the key to win. It's like, bro, Devin Booker's hooping. Bridges was hooping the first 2 games of the finals. You feel me? CP3's doing his thing, so it's like you not to say Claxton. Disrespect to Claxton.
Claxton would do his thing defensively.
Yeah.
It's just with Giannis it was different because Giannis was like the guy in the paint that you had to worry about. With Claxton offensively, you don't have to worry about.
Oh, you say on an offensive
That's
end.
what I was saying, yeah.
Oh, then even worse for them.
Yeah. Like on defensively, he probably gonna do his thing.
It'll deter.
Like, but like you don't have to worry about him like scoring. You got to worry about Kevin Durant, Kyrie if he's there.
That's the thing though. If the same way that
Was Shamet on that team?
I believe,
I think he might have been.
I can't tell you. Joe Harris was there.
Joe Harris was there. He was garbage.
He was straight garbage. The one thing I will say though is like the same way you guys are bitching that KD lost because James Harden was out there on a fucked up hamstring and Kyrie was hurt. Why are you guys acting like you win a championship and those guys would just be magically healed for the finals?
Yeah.
Like I just said a couple minutes ago, Harden would still be out there on a fucked up hamstring. No guarantee Kyrie's back. So how are they winning? How are they guaranteed a victory? I want to know. I'm really curious. I am so fucking curious. I want to know why they would have won. Absolutely. Because they got Kevin Durant. That's the only reason. Because they got KD. Because he's this demon. Like, come on,
and
bro.
they acting like they don't gotta play the Hawks without Kyrie and Harden on one leg. That's not gonna be a sweep.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a sweep. And not to say that again. I don't know how you feel. I still think the Nets win.
I think the Nets win, but
you're gonna be fucking tired by the finals.
That might go like that series might go the distance.
Yeah, it's gonna go 6 or 7. You're gonna be tired as fuck. And obviously, butterfly effect. Yeah, everything changes. Maybe Trae Young doesn't get hurt because now he plays the Nets instead of the Bucks. But let's just say Trae Young still gets hurt for whatever reason. Like even then, you're still going 6. You feel me? Like it's not gonna be an easy series. John Collins was hooping. Like, let's just keep it a bean. He was hooping. Like Clint Capella was doing his thing. Like this is not no easy series. They didn't get to the conference finals because they were lucky. You feel me? Like they beat us. Obviously,
they beat Philly.
We had no shot creators. They beat Philly when they was down 20 in numerous games.
That was crazy.
And they were choking away leads. But the same way that Philly was choking away leads, because it's a two-way thing, right? And I think sometimes even us, and I can acknowledge it myself as well. The same way that we say people choke, you have to give credit to the other team for taking advantage. So they took advantage of Philly choking. You got to be good enough to take advantage of somebody choking, is my point. So since they were good enough to take advantage of that, like this is not no team that the Nets was going to stop. You feel me? With injured Kyrie, injured Harden. So they weren't going to stop them. So it's not a guaranteed ring. So going back to like you talking about the comments, though, whatever else they were saying, though, it was not me. Again, it's not me shitting on KD's whole career. My point was, what's next for him? If this Sun shit doesn't work out, if they don't make the playoffs, or they go out in the play-in, or they lose in the first round, what is next for him? I don't know. He's 36, I'm pretty sure. He's getting old. He's in his late 30s. What is next? Is he retiring a Sun? Is he gonna go somewhere else and look for a championship? Is he just cool and content with his 2 rings, his MVP, and just hooping until the end of his days? Like, what's next? It's a fair question. I don't know what's next. Because if it's winning, I don't know if it's here in Phoenix. Devin Booker can't leave. He's Phoenix. He is the Suns. He's been on the team for 10 years now. It's been 10 years. He is the Suns. He can't leave. Mm-hmm. So, KD, like, you're going to have to go if you want to win, probably. Because y'all stuck with this Bradley Beal shit.
Yeah.
No shots at KD. Shout out to him. I mean, all-time great. One of the top 15 players all time. You feel me? But do not misconstrue my shit as, oh, you are like KD is just a Steph Curry baby that only benefit from Stephen Curry. That I will not say that's what KD's whole career is. No, my point was just you haven't won without Steph since you left. You bounced from one team to the other. Are you gonna go to another one to try to prove that's not true, or are you gonna stay here and see if you can still do it that way? That's all. That's all I had to say about KD. That's it. You want to move on to these All-Star ballots, Justin?
Yep.
Because I'll tell you one thing, bro. My shit is beyond interesting. I don't think you're going to fuck with my shit. But, hey, it's all about disagreeing, bro. That's the name of the game. It's all about fucking disagreeing. Do you have snubs as well, by the way? Because I wrote down notable snubs and I put reasons.
I have like one snub for the East, and I have 2 snubs for the West.
Damn, I got mad snubs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 East snubs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 West snubs.
Oh, I'm adding an East snub now.
You want to start with the East or the West, by the way?
East.
All right, my East starters. I gotta check the first video, see if they changed, or even just my notes from last time. By the way, my criteria, by the way, we should get our criteria out the way. Because maybe ours is different. Mine is based on who has been playing the best individually. Honestly, I don't care about the popularity. Number one. Number two, I don't care about the team record. If you are not the direct reason for your team being that successful. What do I mean by that? What I mean is if you are not the clear-cut best player and the reason that your team is winning every fucking time, I'm not considering you. If your team is winning as a collective, but you so happen to just barely be the best player, I'm not making you an all-star just because you're the 2 seed and you're kind of the best player some nights. I'm not putting you in the all-star game. That's my criteria. So individually, how good you are, not popularity, and that's it. That's my 2 things. I don't care if you're kind of the best guy on the 1 or 2 seed. It's about how much are you impacting your team's winning, even if you are just the 5 seed. If you're impacting your team's winning much more on the 5 seed than this dude on the 2 seed, I'm putting you as an all-star over this 2 seed guy. Justin, what is your criteria?
It was kind of a little bit of the same. There were some guys where I was kind of like, do I put this guy as a starter because his team is better, even though I don't necessarily think he's outplaying this other guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, do I give him the nod just because the team is like so much better? But it is a good conversation to have, and but that's really what goes into it. Like, there's some guys that I couldn't put because it's like, yo, this position, there's a lot of guys, and this one guy, his team is really good, but like, are you better than all these guys? And that's a realistic question. And when you go down the line and ask yourself and name the guys, it's like, oh shit, like it's tough. But that's how talented the league is. That's how deep the league is. So it's like everybody can't really get into the All-Star game.
Yeah, the reason I say what I say, I have 2 guys I really want to call out that a lot of people are anointing to put them in the All-Star game, but 2 major guys I'm gonna call out later on. But you should start with the East.
Yeah.
Give me your starters real quick.
I got Cade Cunningham,
Respectable.
Jalen Brunson, Jason Tatum, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Karl Anthony Towns.
Correct lineup. I don't really think there's anything much you could change here. Unlike the West, the East is kind of like set in stone who is who. The guards, you could kind of argue a little bit. I mean, there's only so much you could kind of do in terms of combinations of the guards, but that front court 3. Front court in the East is kind of weak besides those 3, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to say like weak, but in terms of like the competition to start. Like the dudes that are on the bench, they're good. Like they're really fucking good. But my point is more so like they're not good enough to compete with those 3 guys to start. So I have this same exact thing. What about your bench?
Yeah. My bench is Donovan Mitchell, LaMelo Ball, Star J Barrett, Pascal Siakam, and Evan Mobley.
Okay, so this is where I have Donovan Mitchell. I should really switch it though to put point and shooting guard. So Donovan Mitchell, LaMelo, Zach LaVine, Jalen Johnson, and Mobley.
I thought about Jalen Johnson too. That's crazy.
Oh, and by the way, because we didn't say this, just for both conferences, by the way, no Franz. Don't expect to see Franz, Paolo, Luca. Is there anyone else we're forgetting? Notable. No Franz, Paolo, Luca,
Embiid. That should be self-explanatory.
That's it.
Yeah.
Ja is in contention, right? Technically speaking. Even then, he's not making my list, but he's technically in contention.
I'm about to see how many games he played.
He missed a decent chunk. Nothing crazy like usual, but
he's played 24 games this year.
How many you got to play?
You have to play. You're only allowed to miss 17.
Damn, he might.
They're 27 and 15.
42 games.
So he's played what I say?
24.
He's missed 18, so he don't qualify.
Either way, he didn't make my shit, but so don't expect John Morant anyways, even if he wasn't. So he's not a contender. So 4 notable names that don't make it, but yeah, that's my bench. You said you were considering Zach LaVine?
Nah, I was actually considering Jalen Johnson.
Oh, Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
But you didn't put him in at all, or you got him as a wild card?
I did not put him in at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's balling, bro. I can't
He
lie.
is. 2010 and 5 is nasty.
I couldn't keep him out, bro. I couldn't keep him out, and I don't want to say we needed a Hawks representative, but if they was gonna send somebody, it had to be him.
Yeah.
Him over Trae Young, honestly. And my two wild cards are Damian Lillard and Siakam. I know you said you had Siakam on yours, but on the bench.
My wild card is Damian Lillard and Tyler Hero.
That's fair enough. Mine was between Siakam and Tyler Hero. It was close, but I put in Siakam instead.
Yeah,
It
Siakam's
was a
been
close
fucking
race.
dogging, bro.
He's hooping. My snubs, I know you said Star J. Shout out to him. I really wanted to put him in, but I didn't want to put him in over a Levine or Jalen Johnson, unfortunately. So my notable snubs, and I put reasons. Darius Garland, incredible, clutch, obviously winning a lot, and he contributes a lot to that winning.
Yeah, he does.
But the guards are ahead of him. There's too much guard competition.
Yeah.
Want to give a shot to this guy too, low key, because he's falling under the radar just because his team's shit and there's a lot of drama. Shout out to Maxey. Similar production last season. Worse shooting, and obviously, like I said, same thing with Darius Garland. Much better guards this year.
Yeah.
Trae Young, great playmaking. A lot of people saying this guy's a lock. A lot of people saying this guy's a starter. I'm sorry, Trae Young should not be an all-star in my opinion because the man is not even shooting 40% from the field. Bro, we are in 2025. It is not 2004. There's no excuse to not be shooting 40%. Realistically speaking, there really shouldn't be guys that are at an all-star level shooting below 43, 44%.
He's literally at 40 right now.
40 on the dot?
43.
40.3.
Yeah.
Basically, because I didn't know.
0.403.
403.
Yeah.
40.3%. There's no excuse as an all-star to shoot below 43, 44%. And when I was looking at his basketball reference, his shit has been going lower and lower and lower every year. 2 years ago, he shot 43, 44%, which is respectable. And with that, I would put him in the all-star game. And they're winning, too. You feel me? But you're shooting this bad, bro. And I cannot let that slide. And there's a guy in the West, too, that I didn't put in for that same reason. That hurt me a little bit more because I've liked him his whole career. I didn't put him in either because I didn't want to be a hypocrite to keep Trae Young out and put that guy in. I had to be consistent. You cannot be shooting this bad in the year of our Lord of 2025 and make the All-Star game. Especially when people are saying he's a starter over Cade, over Brunson, over Garland, over LaMelo, over who am I missing? Donovan Mitchell. Absolutely not. He is not a starter. I don't care how incredible the playmaking is. Cade is almost as good of a playmaker, scoring better than you, much more efficiently as well, and then rebounding much better and playing better defense. Why do you deserve a spot above Cade? Is Trae Young a top 3 point guard in the East?
No.
Not to me. People are saying he's the best point guard in the East. He's not the top 3 point guard in the East. He's barely in contention for top 5. So why is he a lock for starting point guard in the All-Star game for the East? He didn't even make my team. Get your field goal percentage up if we're going to put you in the All-Star game, in my opinion. Because there's really no excuse for this shit now. I would have let that shit slide 20 years ago. We're done with that shit, bro. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. We're done with that shit. I'm not letting that shit slide, bro. We're not doing that.
Yeah, it gets kind of annoying because it's like, nah, I can't do it, bro. Like you said, Jalen Johnson should be the representative for the Atlanta Hawks. And I see some people on Twitter, some people on certain podcasts where they're like, it's hard for me to leave off the guy that leads the league in assists out of the All-Star game. And I'm like, Andre Miller didn't make the fucking All-Star game in 2002. Like, and with better efficiency from the field than Trae Young.
I'm pretty sure there's been numerous times where guys leading the league in assists didn't make the All-Star game.
I'm like, it's happening.
Like, while you talk, I will check. Check.
Yeah, there's probably been a bunch of guys, but I'm not even gonna go on a tangent about Trae Young because I didn't have him on. He's one of my snubs. But for Darius Garland, he is one of my snubs, and it felt bad to do because this year on the Cavs, he has been like the clutchest motherfucker on the team.
Yes.
And Colin and I were talking about it yesterday. He's like, yo, Darius Garland be having a lot of games where he's playing better than Donovan Mitchell. So taking that into consideration, plus the record and everything, I'm like, yo, I really wanted to put him in, but it's like all the guards in the East, it's hard, bro. Like, you have Cade over him, Brunson's over him, Donovan Mitchell's just gonna get the nod over him.
Yeah.
Just LaMelo Ball, like say what you want about the Hornets record and everything, but LaMelo's giving you fucking 30. And that's not accounting for the assists he's giving you as well. So that in itself, Zach LaVine he counts as a forward, right?
Yeah, this year.
This year.
So crazy to me too.
But even then, you still got Damian Lillard, who is quietly having a better season than last year.
After all the slander last year.
All the slander.
He deserves it.
Yeah. So it's a lot. And some people will even be like Tyrese Maxey because he's giving you 26 a game. So the guards in the East is fucking insane too. So
can you repeat the sentiment people were saying about leading the league in assists?
Oh, like some people on Twitter were saying like it's kind of hard for me to leave the person leading the league in assists out of the All-Star game, which it doesn't make sense to me because it's definitely happened in the past.
15-16 Rondo, 11.6, and Trey's at 11.8. He missed it by a mile. We all know this. Damian Lillard didn't even make it, and he was much better than Rondo in 15-16. 10-11, Steve Nash, 11.4, just barely under Trae Young. And then the next one was Raj Strickland, 98, 10.5. Right before that, Mark Jackson, 11.4. Then we have a bunch of John Stocktons, Magic Johnson, obviously they always made it. Johnny Moore, 9.6. Kevin Porter, he led the league in assists 4 times. No All-Star games. And then Andre Miller, like you said, I skipped him as well in 02. 10.8. 10.89, by the way. All these guys led the league in assists. Just going back, this is in the past 30 years, basically, 30, 40 years. All these guys led the league in assists. They weren't guaranteed to make the All-Star game. So what is it that just because you're leading the league in assists, you have to make it? We'd even do that with points and Bradley Beal. And to be honest with you, the points is more impressive than assists. The scoring leader deserves a spot more than the guy that's leading the league in assists. And he didn't even fucking make it. So why does Trae Young have to be in just because he's averaging 11.8 assists?
Didn't Bradley Beal make it?
No, he didn't. One of the years that he averaged 31, he didn't make it.
Oh, yeah.
He did not make it.
I think he didn't.
And you tell me Trae Young deserves to make it because he's leading the league in assists right now, but Bradley Beal didn't deserve it, averaging 31. But all these guys I just named that led the league in assists didn't make it at all and weren't close.
That was the 1920 season. Because they didn't have those rules then of like you got to play a certain amount for All-Star. Yeah, that was the 19th. He averaged 30.5 and he didn't make it.
And he didn't make it.
And then the year after, he averaged 31 and he was an All-Star starter.
Deservedly so. When you average 31, you should be a fucking starter.
That's crazy.
He's gonna go down as the most random 30-point scorer in 10, 20 years, bro. Like when you go, if Sporkle's a thing in 10, 15 years, those kids are gonna be playing in like 20, 35. When they're trying to name all the 30-point scorers, that's gonna be the one that trips them up low key. They're gonna be like, Bradley Beal averaged 30? That's gonna be the one that trips people up, bro. I promise you. Because they're gonna put Jordan, LeBron, Kobe in their big. Yeah. Once they give up, they're like, Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
That's gonna fuck them up.
Yeah, that is gonna be. Because I was gonna say the closest, but he wasn't at 30. I was gonna say Jerry Stackhouse.
And he had 29.8, some shit like that.
He was mad close.
Going on with the snubs though too, because I still have a couple more. I'm so sorry. RJ Barrett, 50-50 between him and Jalen Johnson. But I think Jalen Johnson is a little bit better than him so far. Scotty Barnes, not even the best forward on his team. So that's why I snubbed him. And then Jaylen Brown, he's doing his thing. He's cool. You all know at this point in time, I'm a big Jaylen Brown fan. I have been since, I'm not going to say draft, but since his first playoff run, I've been a Jaylen Brown fan. He's kind of doing his thing. But like I said, it's nothing impressive and it's nothing better than his peers right now. So there's no reason for me to put him in the All-Star game. Some people are arguing for him to make it, whether it's because the Celtics are the 2 seed and they deserve 2 stars or so on and so forth. For me, it's just there's too many guys, too many forwards that are just much better than him at this point in time. Justin, who were some notable snubs that you left out and any reasons why?
Damn, that nigga had a 57 ball that year.
Who? Bradley?
It's Jerry Stackhouse.
Hey, man. Respect Stack.
Against
29, shooting like 38 from the field.
Yo, it was against the Bulls, too.
It was
he
trash.
Took 36 shots.
It was trash, though.
He gave you 57.
He took how many shots?
36. He was 21 for 36. It's not bad.
That's not bad, though. If it's 21 for 36, that's not bad.
Oh, shit.
But what were some of the notable snubs you have for the East? And any reasons why, if you have some reasons?
I mean, my two snubs that because I don't really write down snubs. Like, I only write down the guy that's like, oh, fuck, I really feel bad. Darius Garland, Trae Young, and then Jaylen Brown. Those are like my big snubs.
Oh, you put Jaylen Brown as well.
I'll throw Jalen Johnson in there too because I actually was considering him, and for me it came down. I didn't want to put him in the wild card because it's like I wanted to throw some guards in there because the guard shit is tough. So I threw Damian Lillard and Hero. So
I forgot to put Hero in my snubs too.
So,
Shout out to him too. Yeah.
Jalen Johnson, it really came down. I was really looking between him and Siakam, but Siakam, that motherfucker's been dogging.
I put them both in. I had to. There's just that's what I'm saying. That last spot really came between Siakam and Hero because Lillard deserved the wild card spot. But between Siakam and Hero, it was tough. But I was like, damn, Siakam's really been
I had
doing
to
his
put
thing
Tyler
too.
Hero in there. All the bullshit he's
hooping,
dealing
bro.
with.
Yeah,
and
he's going
dogging.
through bullshit. He's hooping. Not only just the Jimmy shit, but like Bam so limited offensively.
Yeah, holding them back.
He's declining. It's like you're like the only shout out to Jaime as well too, but it's like right, the only like Terry Rozier sucks too. You're the only like real legitimate offensive threat. And you're doing all this shit too, and you're not even like trash as a team. You're like kind of decent. You're afloat. I did want to give him props for that, but it's like, damn, I can't put you over Siakam. I can't put you over. Let's say I put Siakam as my bench forward and Levine as my wild card. I can't put you over Levine. Respectfully, Levine is doing his thing too efficiently. This is the most efficient season, and the Bulls aren't bad in a year.
They're not bad.
In a year that they should be bad. Let's be honest.
This is kind of what the Bulls are. They're always like.
But this is the year that they should tank, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is the year to tank. If it wasn't 2 years ago, it's this year. They didn't do it either year. So
they're gonna end up with the fucking 9th pick.
Not even the prime, like 12.
12, yeah.
Even worse. So, but I had to give him that respect. He's shooting north of 50%, bro. This is low key. Like this is better than his season averaging 27.
Damn,
it's a little bit less points, but it's much more efficient, bro.
It's rough being a Bulls fan post Jimmy.
Shout out to Nick, bro.
It's rough. Holy shit.
I do want to give a shout out to Nick though because he's a Bulls fan and hey, followed his dream and he moved from Jersey to Chicago.
Yeah. So
shout out to him. I still want to go out there though just to see Wrigley. He invited us. Hey, I might take him up on his offer one day. Go over there.
Yeah.
Get some Italian beefs from Portillo's. That'll be tough.
I actually had Portillo's, but in Florida.
Yeah, Portillo's in Florida.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the Italian beef, but wet.
I had a chicken sandwich.
You didn't get the Italian beef?
No.
You didn't get the chocolate shake cake either? Bro was scared of the classics. You whack, bro.
I might have to get it though if we go again.
I do want to see Chicago one day. Like I said though, just for Wrigley though, not even for like no other shit. Like United's cool, but like
UC gonna be expensive. It's gonna be like MSG, too fucking expensive.
What Bulls fans are suffering from, we are too. When they trash, it's still expensive. When they good, it's even more expensive. They suffering from the same thing as us, unfortunately. It's garbage experience. The West, Justin, my starters, impressive starters too. I'm not gonna lie. I know I said I was gonna be biased. There's one biased pick here. By the way, two. It's not the pick that you think it is. I'm gonna tell you right now. The dude that you think it is, that's biased pick, he deserves it. SGA, Fox, Braun, Jokic, and Wemby. The biased pick is not Fox, it's Braun. I ain't gonna lie. Should Braun be started? Low key? No. But I gotta throw the king in there. I had to. That's quite literally the only biased pick I have in this whole thing. Braun starting. But regardless, I was still just his numbers too, by the way, I would still throw him on the bench anyways. Either on the bench or as a wild card. If you took away the name LeBron and you still had him on the Lakers, I promise you, if you attach the name of fucking what, like Jaylen Brown, and you throw him on the fucking Lakers uniform, I would put him in the All-Star game. But with these numbers as a bench or a wild card, so yeah, so that's my West starter so far.
My West starters is Shea, De'Aaron Fox.
Yes, let's go, Justin.
Kevin Durant, Victor Wembanyama, and Nikola Jokic.
Wemby at the 4, impressive. I mean, it don't matter. But I fucks with it. My bench, Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Damn, nigga, mad excited. Are you shocked that he made it?
No, I have him here too.
Because I'm about to say he deserves it. He's staying low key.
He do.
Kyrie, and Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, and Sabonis. That's my whole bench.
We got a similar list. My reserves is Kyrie Irving, Anthony Edwards, LeBron,
Yep.
Anthony Davis, and Domantas Sabonis.
Let's go. I was scared you're going to put one guy over Sabonis. I ain't going to lie to you. My wild card. This is where you might say it gets questionable. I got J-Dub and Norman Powell.
My wild cards, I put Triple J and I put Alperen Şengün.
Fair enough. So, since you named them, this is the two names that I was kind of subtweeting at the very start. Respect to Triple J. Respect to the Grizzlies. Respect to Şengün. Respect to the Rockets. Two very good players. Two very good teams. But in my opinion, while they are contributing to the winning, the reason that their teams are winning is as a collective, which is why they made my snub list. Triple J is hooping. He is averaging like 22, 23, playing great defense, all them things. My big gripe with him still is he doesn't fucking rebound.
Yeah.
My goal for him is still to average 8 rebounds for one season.
Desmond Bane is no longer out rebounding him, by the way.
Hey, barely. Honestly, barely. I think Santi Aldama still is, though.
Yeah, he probably is.
Which is crazy. But my goal is still at least one season, bro, please. Because I'm tired of the excuses. I'm going to get into that rant after I get through my whole spiel about the good teams and shit. He's hooping, but it's a collective. Ja's doing his thing, even though he's missed a decent amount of games. Ja's playing less than 30 minutes. He's averaging like 22 points. Pretty damn efficiently, too. And he's diming niggas up. And then you still have all those role players that they be picking up, just scooping up randomly. Sky Pippen Jr., Santi Aldama. Who else? Fucking Desmond Bane is hooping as well. All their guys is hooping. They're a collective. The Rockets, we know how deep they are. You know I love Şengün. You know that I thought Şengün should have made the All-Star game last year over Paul George. He was one of the many names I would have put over last year over Paul George. However, this team is very deep. We just talked about Jalen Green, right?
Yeah.
Contributing a lot to the winning, especially this month. You got Fred. You got Amen. You got Tari. You got Jabari. You got all these names. They're all contributing to the winning as a collective. They're not winning only because of Şengün. They're not winning in a big part because of Şengün. They're winning, I would say, how much credit, if in a slice of pie, right? How much credit are you giving Şengün to the Rockets' success? Just him by himself compared to the rest of the team. And you don't have to like name the other person and be like, this is Fred, this is whoever. It's like just Şengün and then rest of the team.
I would give him like maybe like 25%.
That's which is pretty good for a star. It's pretty good. But it's like, hey, look at some of these guys on the list. Like a Shea. Fuck. What's a Shea at? 65, 70?
Yeah, probably
holy
like
shit.
65%.
Like Jokic, like 100. No, I'm guessing. Obviously, that's glazed. But Jokic is damn near 75, 80. Let's be real. Like, and it kind of feels like a slight because it's like, damn, Jordan, so you're punishing him because his team's good. His all-around team is good. I was like, no. But it's like, I would like him to be the overwhelming best player on the Rockets if you're going to make it to the All-Star game. Like the absolute, undoubtedly so, you're the reason we're fucking winning. Same with Triple J, and I just don't feel that way about those two guys. That's just my thing. I don't feel like those two guys are undoubtedly so like stamped like, yo, this is the fucking reason we're winning. That's my thing. I don't want to throw them in because and Triple J just fucking rebound, bro. Please. Stop averaging 6.
Yeah.
And last year you averaged 5.
Yeah. I feel a little bit better about putting Triple J in just because all season, this is what it's been. Like, he's been contributing, being consistent. With that little stretch in the beginning of the year when Desmond Bane was out, he answered the call.
Oh, yeah.
And he was hooping. And then we've seen it. Ja don't even qualify. Ja's missed 18 games this year. And in that absence, Triple J's been doing his thing offensively and defensively. Yeah, this team is very fucking deep. And you will get a game from different guys on different nights. But Triple J's been consistently there. Like he'll have a lot of big games. I know the rebounding is a big glaring thing, but defensively, what this team is able to do, it starts and ends with him, and he's a big part of that. Şengün was kind of like that was like the tougher one to put. I was like,
he's more questionable than Triple J. I'll say
he's
that.
the most questionable one to me because the guy that I do feel bad about leaving off from my snub was James Harden.
That's who I was alluding to when I was talking about Trae Young. He's just shooting like shit. That's why I couldn't.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I can't.
He's also shooting
And then
top 40.
I have Norman Powell in my snubs too, cause yeah. But Şengün, this really more applies to Şengün for me, cause Triple J, yeah, there's some people that's like there's some shit that's underwhelming, but he's been there, and he's to me he's been the best Memphis Grizzly this season, and top 3 team. At one point they were the 2 seed. I think he's played well enough where he could be a representative of that team. Şengün, it's more so been like, damn, bro, like I want to see a little bit more. Like I know he got the talent to do it, but this season he hasn't really had to do it. We've seen Jalen Green step up. We've seen Tyrese and go crazy. Fred, Dylan Brooks, Amen. Like this team is just stacked all over.
Absolutely.
So I'll be like a slight edge because it's like, in my mind, he is the best player, but now the gap is it's not
shrinking.
It's shrinking. So, because at one point it was like, yo, yeah, Alpi is the best player. It's not even close. And some people in March of last year were like, nah, it's Jalen Green. To me, it's always been Alpi, but now it's kind of like the gap is kind of shrinking. And Jalen Green he's kind of getting closer. And Alpi's not really making that separation right now. But I look at Houston as Alpi shit, but he's gonna have to turn up, especially in these next couple of weeks before the reserve list comes out.
Yeah,
to really leave a mark.
Yeah, and if anyone's saying like, well, so why do you have Norman Powell in if you're talking about impact and winning? Norman Powell answered the fucking call. Norman Powell talked all this shit going into this season, addition by subtraction, all this shit. He would have gotten clowned if he came out and just averaged his normal numbers. He did more than just answer. Most improved player, by the way. He did more than just answer the call. He did more than I would have just been impressed. 17, 18 points.
Fuck is averaging 24?
24 points. But hold on. 50% from the field. 45% from 3. Free throw is like what? 84, 85? He's doing his thing. The best fucking scorer on the Clippers, right? Harden is obviously the best playmaker. Zubac is doing his thing. But by far, those are the 3 best players, and they each contribute a decent amount, almost equally. If you want to be honest with you, this might be a hot take. I think he contributes as much to the Clippers' current success without Kawhi as much as Harden does.
I don't think that's crazy.
Like, that's why he gets the nod over Harden. That's why I think he deserves it. He's contributing a lot to the Clippers. Not to call you out, you said they're going to be a 13 seed, but not just you. A lot of people said they weren't going to be even in the play-in. Some people said they're 11 seed. Some people said they're going to be a play-in team. Right now, they're like the 6, 7 seed. They're floating around, you know? They're at where they weren't supposed to be. And why? Because Norman Powell answered the call when nobody expected it. Who could have called Norman Powell averaging damn near 25 points on 50% shooting?
Nobody.
Not you, not me. Nobody here, no analysts, no YouTubers, no TikTokers, no TV guys, no coaches, no GMs. Nobody could have predicted that. Nobody at all. So not only is it because he's a shocker, not only is it because he talked all this shit and answered the call, but he's efficient as hell too. And he's contributed a lot to the winning. And they have damn near, not only has he outperformed expectations, the team has as well. If he did this and the Clippers were like an 11, 12 seed, I'm like, he's putting up cool numbers. Well, who gives a fuck? You feel me? But right now, they're like either at the top of the plan or damn near out the plan right now. Like, as in, like, when I say out the plan, like 6 seed. And that's because of him. Him and Harden. It's because of him. And like I said, Harden's a snub because, you know, like I said with Trae Young, I'm not going to be a hypocrite just because I like Harden and don't like Trae Young. He's shooting sub 40%, no matter how great the playmaking is. So he's contributing to winning just as much as Harden is, bro. Just because he's this unknown name and he's not this star guy, this household name, doesn't mean he don't deserve a spot in the All-Star game, in my opinion. That's my whole thing. So I think he deserved a spot. the notable snubs for me, as I already said, Triple J. Like his numbers are cool. The Grizzlies are a top 3 seed, but like I already explained, I feel like even though he is the best player, it is a lot of when you watch these games, a lot of collective. It's a lot of teamwork. Impressive. Sucks that it's a little bit of a slight to him, but just how it goes. You feel me? Şengün, same thing. Want to see more from him. I feel like last year as an individual, he's a little bit better than he is this year. Hopefully, he picks up like Justin said. Wanted to give a shout to this guy too, Trey Murphy, just because sleeper, phenomenal. Did not expect him to play this good. Hard and bad shooting, obviously. Ja doesn't qualify, but I gave reasons. Points taking a dip because he's not even playing 30 minutes. And again, collective winning. And one name none of us said. I thought you were gonna say him honestly. I really did, but Stephen Curry, which is one segment I wanted to say and I didn't send to you for this exact reason, to be honest with you. I don't think Stephen Curry deserves an All-Star spot. We kind of discussed this in the last lineup shit, but maybe I'm over exaggerating with this comparison, but I don't want to repeat with Steph Curry what we did for those last, I don't want to say 3 years because the last year it was the farewell tour. But I don't want to repeat what we did with Steph Curry, what we did with Kobe, right? Undeserved All-Star games. You feel me? 13, 14, 14, 15, undeserved selections. Let's just be real. Averaging 13 points. We just throw him in because he's Kobe.
I forgot about that.
Averaged 13 points, throw him in because he's Kobe.
Holy, I forgot about that.
He averaged 22 points, but on 38% shooting, taking 20 shots, and we throw him in because he's Kobe, and he didn't play that much this season. He was hurt. I don't want to go through that with Curry. And the reason I put him, his reason of being snubbed is name carrying, right? So I don't want to go through that with Curry.
How the fuck did he make the All-Star game
Kobe?
in 13-14?
Because it's Kobe. That's why.
He only played 6 games.
It's like I said, it's Kobe. Same reason why Yao Ming made it his last year and he played like 2 games. China, his reason is China,
Wow.
but this is because it's Kobe. And it goes on his resume. 18-time All-Star, but let's be real, the last 3 was fraudulent. But the resume is the resume, you feel me? But continuing though, and I do want your opinion on this too, like Stephen Curry, like we have these people talk, I've seen people talk about he should be on the bench, he should be a wild card. Some people even going as wild as saying he should be a star just because of popularity. He's going to make it anyways, just throw him in there. But just because he's going to make it because of popularity, let's just say, right? Potentially. Doesn't mean that he deserves it. I don't think he deserves it this year. The team isn't good. As I've said numerous times throughout the fucking show since the start of the season, this is his worst year since 12-13, which isn't an insult, by the way. We're just so used to how great Stephen Curry is. This is just his lowest amount of points per game in the past 12 years. That's all, but it's down to 23, which isn't bad. It's decent. It's not bad at all. It's not no crazy insult. Like he's a fraud. He's washed. He's averaging 20. Still averaging a respectable 23, but it's just there's much better guards out there. And even for the wild card spot, all these guys I named, I'd rather have them in over Curry. If you want to say, wow, you'd rather have Norman Powell over Curry, but Curry's Curry. Yeah, because Norman Powell right now, today, is outplaying Stephen Curry this season. And it's just funny to me because the reason why I'm talking about this Kobe shit specifically is a lot of people talk shit about this is the NBA's problem. We're relying on LeBron and KD and Curry as stars, whatever. We're not building new stars. Well, if y'all want to shove Stephen Curry in the All-Star game and rob a guy like a De'Aaron Fox, rob a guy like an Ant or whoever, like these young guys from an All-Star spot, go ahead. But you just contributing to the problem of, all right, well, we're not making new stars. Because that's all it is. It's just taking a spot from somebody else that deserves it just because it's Curry. So that's just the one kind of gripe I wanted to get off. Like, I don't want to go through this shit again, bro. Honestly. And if he does get another spot, bro, they just have to do it in the sense of like the Dirk and Wade shit. Where it's like the legend thing, the legend spot. But at the end of the day, I don't want to start making that a common rule, a common theme too, because Justin, at that point, who gets to decide who constitutes as getting a legend spot? At what point does the guy qualify? Is Paul George going to qualify?
Nah, yeah.
Is Kawhi going to qualify?
I was going to say, you'd have to do that.
It's a dangerous game.
That can't be a every year thing. And yeah, I don't even know what the requirements would be for that shit. I feel like that shit should only work if it's like literally your last season.
Absolutely. And you announce it, obviously.
Yeah, you have to announce it like prior to the season, or prior to the season.
But you also gotta be that guy. Like, no disrespect to Kawhi too. Even like Paul George, obviously you don't deserve it. But like even Kawhi, like he wouldn't even be the type to like announce, like, "Hey, I'm retiring," type shit. But like
He wouldn't give a fuck.
I wouldn't even give him the a legacy spot either. Like I would only give that to like a LeBron, obviously because it's Braun, Curry, Durant, and it's talking about not even just because they're old, but even guys in the future like a Giannis and a Jokic. I wouldn't give it to Embiid. Embiid hasn't impacted the league like those guys have.
Yeah.
Those are like the 5 guys I would give like a legacy spot
Like
to. At
I
this
like
point in
when
time.
they did that in 2019
Yeah.
with Wade and Dirk.
Especially because they were rivals too.
And it's fair too if you do like Matt, you do one in the West, one in the East.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. With Curry though, it's like I feel like it kind of writes itself because like all these people like Curry should be All-Star. I literally looked down my list and I'm like, tell me out of all the people I had, who is Curry having a better season than? Like the only guys you could really look at, I'm like, is he having a better season than Jaren Jackson?
No.
Is he having a better season than Şengün?
Maybe. But even then, I have them both as snubs. Is he having a better season than J-Dub? I don't think so. Yeah. J-Dub made my last wild card spot and barely, like hanging on off of a cliff. But even then, I still have him as a better season than Curry.
It's crazy because we're comparing Curry to the wild card and snub motherfuckers.
Yeah, he's not Kyrie.
Not even in the starters or reserves. Because if you look with the starters and reserves, all 10 of those people are playing better than Steph Curry. So I don't think it's insane to even say that. Because like when I was making this list, Steph Curry didn't even like cross my mind. Like I went to his basketball reference just to like double check, and I'm like, damn, this is probably like one of his lowest seasons since the 12-13 year. Like since his breakout, because obviously he averaged like 17 his rookie year, and then he had the 1 year where he missed. Yeah, he was injured. He averaged like 20, but since the 12-13 season, this is probably like one of his worst years. And on top of that, the team is fucking garbage. So, and it's tough, bro. When literally with the season Kyrie Irving is having, I couldn't like you can't ignore that. And I know sometimes like I watch and it's fucking frustrating, but he's still having a better season than Steph Curry. Yeah. Despite what anybody says. And De'Aaron Fox, he's having a fucking great season.
And he's not even gonna start. Let's just be honest with ourselves. He's not gonna start.
Yeah, like
he deserves
just
it.
Based on reality and what we've seen.
50% as fans, like
yeah,
he's not gonna start.
Ja has more votes than him.
Ja can't even fucking play.
What's it called? And it's even worse because I'm like, shit, nigga. If Luka was healthy, that's another.
Oh yeah, if Luka was healthy, bro, yeah, Curry's definitely not even in conversation.
He would have got pushed down, bro.
Like we're talking about Curry last wild card spot. If Luka was like starting, then it's like, shit. One of these guys has to move down to a wild card, and then it's like now
Kyrie probably would have been a wild card.
Yeah, Kyrie would have to be a wild card because I think in my first ballot, I think Kyrie was a wild card, so Curry would have no chance.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry, Curry's not an all-star this year. There's only so much that your name could do, bro. But that's kind of why it kind of gets tiring where the name is carrying a superstar for so long. Like it has to stop at a certain point.
Yeah.
If Curry has a great year next year, of course, throw him back in. But why do we have to force him over Kyrie, over De'Aaron Fox, over a J-Dub, even a Norman Powell, Triple J, these guys who are having much better seasons just because it's Curry and he's a 4-time champion and 2-time MVP? So what? We're talking about the All-Star game for this year. Who's playing the best this year and deserves it?
Yeah.
And like I said, like realistically speaking, like my bias, right? Kyrie's going to make it because he's popular. Fox probably not even going to make it to starter. It's probably going to be bench or wild card. And I'm going to be even more realistic. It's probably going to be wild card. Because Curry's probably going to take that bench spot from him. It's probably going to be Kyrie starts, and then Curry's on the bench, and then Fox is the wild card for whatever reason. But he's outplaying Curry by far. He's a tier above him. Yeah. Kyrie's a tier above him. I'm going to be real with you. And you know I love De'Aaron Fox. Kyrie's in the same tier as De'Aaron Fox. Kyrie is hooping this year.
No, he's fucking
They're in
dogging.
the same fucking tier. And I hate to admit, they're in the same fucking tier right now. And they're both above Curry. But we really have people entertaining like, yo, Curry should still be an all-star because it's Curry. Like, no, we're not doing that shit, bro. I'm not even trying to do all that. Let me ask you one thing though before we move on to MVP of the week though, Justin. Because I was having this lengthy argument with that one guy I was talking to you about Top. I think Sabonis or Jaren Jackson Jr. is better this year.
Sabonis.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Sabonis is fucking dogging, bro.
I really appreciate that because
holy shit.
The argument we had was kind of going cool. That's my dog too, by the way. I fucks with Top, but the argument kind of went haywire once he said, "What I expect from my big is an anchor." And then I said, whoa. I said, well, I could turn it around. What I expect from my big is a nigga that can get 8 to 9 rebounds at least. I was like, bro is barely getting 6. So it's like, I don't know. That's like I said, that's my big gripe with Triple J. And I told him, I was trolling. By the way, this next one, I said, like, I was trolling. I was like, bro, like, he's like a Rolls Royce version of a Brook Lopez. And he was like, whoa. And I was trolling. I was like, what? Like, shooter, you feel me? Blocking shots, doesn't rebound. But it's like, there's no rebound. There's no reason for him not to be rebound. He's like, Zach Edey's getting the boards. I was like, Zach Edey's not even an elite rebounder. And even then, Jarrett Allen's a great rebounder and Mobley's still getting his boards. Why is Jaren Jackson Jr. for none of these years not getting boards for his whole career? You feel me? So I just don't think there's any excuse for him not to be getting them boards, bro.
Yeah, bro. And like what I will say about that, like with the whole anchor shit, like I don't even like Sabonis to me, he's not even a fucking cone.
This year he's not. In the past, you could say that. I'm as a Sabonis fan since he got to the Pacers. Well, after the first Pacers, I'm not going to pretend I was a Sabonis fan after the trade. Sabonis was a bad defender in the past, but this year I'm not going to say like great defender. He's a good defender statistically. And eye test wise too, he's an above average defender. So people got to stop with this narrative that he's a trash ass defender. According to what? He's not garbage. Because what? Because he's not getting blocks. But it's like he's not terrible, and he deters people in the paint. Yeah. If you watch the fucking games, he's not a garbage defender. He's not incredible. He's not Jaren Jackson Jr. Obviously. Yeah, he's not Bam. Like when people have the him versus Bam argument. By the end of the day, he's still deterring people. He's decent. He's an above average defender. Incredible offensively. The best rebounder or second best rebounder in the league is between him and Cat at this point in time. How much more can you ask from the guy? Shooting incredible for
three. When that's kind of, to me, that's the difference maker right there. Because like, especially this season, he's not Bam, like that type of level, but he's also not like garbage. He's like above average. But on top of that, he's still giving you 20 a game, like 14 rebounds, and he's giving you like 6-7 assists.
Incredible from the field too, and 3-point.
So it's like the motherfucker's dead ass giving you everything, bro. And just because he's not an anchor,
just because he's not Gobert in the paint,
because it's like you can't have both. You can't be an anchor, and then you're also putting up fucking 20 points a game.
Yeah, because Jokic is not fucking Gobert either.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that Sabonis is as good as Jokic, but guys like Jokic and Şengün, who are the same mold as Sabonis, they're not anchors either.
Yeah.
And you take what you can get from them. It doesn't matter if they're not anchors. The same way, and you could say, but they're bigs. You got to anchor the paint. But it's like, we've seen point guards that play no defense, shooting guards that play no defense, small forwards, power forwards that are all offense, no defense. Why do we care so much because of the big doing that same shit? Because of our prehistoric notions that these guys have to block shots in the paint. Yeah. Why are we stuck on them having to still play defense, but everyone else we moved on to that already?
Yeah. Sabonis and Jokic are like the closest thing of like they're doing everything.
Yeah,
like because even Jokic isn't like people like to say he's not that good of a defender, but he's decent.
Yeah, he's not garbage.
So them two are the closest of like, yo, we're not anchors per se, but like we do everything.
You can't kick us off the floor, basically.
Yeah, you can't kick us off the floor.
And that's why I'm glad that Jokic won his championship, because he silenced all them narratives that, you can't win with an all offense big. You gotta have some defense. And it's like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, Jokic did that shit. Yeah. But thank you for taking that pace in the argument, Justin. MVP of the week. 4 names for you, bro. All guards. Didn't even do that on purpose, I just noticed. But all high scoring guards. 1 point guard, almost all shooting guards, by the way. one guy that we talked intensely about earlier. So number one, who I think kind of low-key is a favorite, Jalen Green. 42, 3-4, 43, 1-5, 28, 5-4, 26, 5-1. Rockets have been 3-1 in that time. Anthony Edwards, 41, 6-7, 28, 8-2, 36, 13-7, and then 28, 3-5. Minnesota's been 2-2 in that stretch. Devin Booker, 35, 5-5, 37, 3-5, 35, 5-3, 2-1 for Phoenix. And then the King of New York, Jalen Brunson, 44, 5-6, 31, 4-11, 38, 5-4, and then 26, 1-5. The Knicks have been 2-2. Justin, MVP of the week. Give it to me, bro.
I'm gonna give it to Jalen Green.
Nah, I thought you could say Jalen Brunson. Yeah, Jalen Green. I was about to say Brunson? Nah, Jalen Green. Jalen Green deserve it. Jalen Green fucking deserve it. Shout out to Jalen Green. Lots of Jalen Green love on the show for today. Deservedly so. I want to see him win, bro. That's all there is to it. Justin, shout outs. Obviously, want to double up too on the shout out to Colin because he deserves it. Because I'm trying to think, has he been here the most?
It's got to be him or Dave.
It's really close. D's had a decent amount of appearances.
Yeah, D's had a
D's been
amount.
here like 4 times, but I think it's still between Colin and Dave. Dave's been here like 5 times. Colin's probably been here like 5 times. They might be tied. It's between them two, though.
Dave's no. I mean, Colin didn't be on. He wasn't on an episode in the OG studio with Marv.
But he's
Dave
been
was
here a lot.
He's been here a lot. Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah.
But he was the first guest here.
Yeah.
Dave was the first guest over there. No, wait.
I think
Mike was. You did a show without. When I went to Arkansas, I'm pretty sure you did a show with Mike over there.
I think Tim was the first guest.
Yes. Tim is the very first guest.
I think it was Tim.
You're right.
And then I had Mike and Dave when you went to
When
Arkansas.
I was gone.
Yeah.
You're right. Tim is the very first guest. That's right. For the finals preview.
Yeah.
Well, it was the playoffs. I don't know if it was finals preview.
I think the finals had just started. Like it was like a game or two in.
Yeah. So, but yeah, shout out to Colin. Big happy birthday to him. Got no shout outs.
Let's go Rambling. And Bills Mafia. Let's go.
Well, yeah, I'm just rooting for the Bills at this point in time. I just want to say, fuck the Commanders for injuring Jared Goff on purpose. That's fucked up. Playing dirty like that is fucked up. And Jay and Daniels, you better watch your back because you're gonna get what's coming to you. They concussed this nigga on purpose. That's crazy.
That shit was funny though. Jaden Daniels, watch your back.
Yeah, nigga, that's crazy. Yo,
that's funny.
I'm not gonna lie. If you want to be honest with you, I don't think Jared Goff would have went back out on the field. And you're gonna think I'm trolling. I think if we had like Daniel Jones on the bench, I don't think Jared Goff would have went back out there. I'm not trolling either.
Who the fuck is your backup QB?
Terry Bridgewater.
Oh yeah,
he went out there.
You guys just got him too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's why I literally said in chat, I was like, yo, I'd rather just throw out injured Jared Goff out there because he was concussed. I was like, yo, I'd rather just throw out Jared Goff.
Fucked with prime Teddy Bridgewater,
okay,
but
well,
he is way.
He was just coaching fucking high school kids
coaching
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yo, bro, just throw him out there injured.
Yeah.
If we had Daniel Jones though, like
I bet you he didn't even expect to play.
Nigga, no, he didn't. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo,
he was like, oh shit.
If we had Daniel Jones, bro, like, or even just any like real backup QB, which to be honest with you, this is low key like a mistake by the front office to not have a real backup QB, knowing that some shit like this could happen, and we settled with Terry Bridgewater. If we had a real backup QB, we could have preserved Jared Goff's health with him being concussed and had a real backup QB finish the game. Will we still have lost? Probably, because the defense couldn't have stopped. Oh shit, I almost doxed us. The defense couldn't have stopped our high school team's offense. I almost violated. But what's it called? Yeah, I just wish we had a real QB out there because he should not have been out there on the fucking field, bro.
Yeah.
And he's catching a lot of flack for it, but it's like, bro, I wouldn't doubt if he saw 2 of everything. Because with some of them throws, I was like, yo, bro, he needs to get the fuck out of there. I was even texting my brother texted me, he was like, yo, bro, they need to get him off the fucking field. He is not okay. And I was like, nigga, you telling me? I literally texted him, I was like, nigga, you telling me? But Josh Allen, I need you to finish the job.
Shout out Jaden Daniels, bro. Probably
Fuck that nigga.
one of the best, probably the best QB rookie season I've ever seen.
Are you sure?
I mean, yeah.
Is that the best Washington rookie QB season even?
Yeah. Oh, you were saying RG3?
Yeah.
Nah, Jaden Daniels shit is crazy, bro.
No respect for RG3 is crazy.
And what's even more impressive was
RG3 was that nigga, bro.
Nah, he was. But what's even more impressive is this rookie class was fucking great.
Give me Bo Nix.
But yeah, shout out to him, bro. Like just specifically quarterback. The only, cause I'm not gonna go back because like I wasn't watching because I started watching a little bit later. But like the only other QB rookie season that was like holy shit was like Justin Herbert. But Jaden Daniels shit is like way better.
RG3 shit went hard, bro.
Nah, I mean I wasn't fucking watching.
To be fair, even I was watching that shit because I was like, yo, this shit's going hard.
And I'm just saying this to say that because like Jaden Daniels was a guy coming in where I was like, I feel like he's gonna be the one that's gonna struggle out of the QBs.
I know Caleb Williams is gonna struggle.
And I was like, damn, that motherfucker balled the fuck out. So shout out to him.
Shit, nigga. Shout out my nigga Bo Nix. I know I said Ramley trolling in the chat. I'm not rooting for the Rams. I'm really just rooting for the Bills, bro.
Let's go Ramley.
And if it's Chiefs Eagles, Chiefs Commanders, I'm rooting for the Chiefs. If it's Chiefs Rams, I don't know what I'm gonna do. To be honest with you,
nah, your nightmare Super Bowl would be what? Ravens Eagles.
Probably.
That's probably the nightmare one.
Either Dave or Eric wins from that matchup. So yeah, neither of them lose.
Oh, because Dave's voting for Lamar.
Yeah, and Eric's an Eagles fan, so one of them would win from that matchup. So I want the Rams to win, so that Eric's team is out too. So that everyone in the chat is out of the playoffs, and from there, honestly, I guess the Rams can make it to the Super Bowl. I don't really give a fuck from that point in time. Who I want to win the most right now,
let's go, Josh.
Is Josh Allen.
Let's go, Josh.
But to be honest with you, it might sound crazy, but because they fucking traded my nigga Jared Goff, so I would rather have the Chiefs win over the Rams at this point. So for me right now, it is literally Bills. Let's see, it's Bills, Chiefs, Rams. Damn.
Commanders.
Do I want to go Eagles or Commanders? Let's go Commanders just because fine, he's a rookie. He beat it. I don't know. They fucking gave my nigga a concussion. Eagles, I might put Commanders last because they injured Jared Goff. Ravens, Commanders. If they won clean, all right. They injured my nigga, bro. That's fucked up. So I'm putting Commanders last. But definitely Bills number 1, Chiefs number 2.
Let's go, Josh.
And if they match up, and if it's Ravens, Chiefs, oh, Patrick Mahomes, please put belt to ass, bro. Please. I need that.
Yeah.
What's your order so far for the winners? Obviously, we both agree on Bills number 1, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Bills 1. Oh, for me, Bills 1, Rams 2.
Really?
Hell yeah. Ramley, nigga. Bills 1, Rams 2.
I think I'm seeing a trend.
I'll say Ravens 3. Ravens 3. I'll say Commanders 4. Chiefs 5.
Eagles 6.
6.
That's crazy. That's crazy that you said Eagles 6. Because you really told me you would have rooted for the Eagles over the Lions.
I would have.
That's so crazy. That's pure cuckoldry.
Whoever the Eagles play in the Super Bowl, I'm voting for the other team.
That's pure cuckoldry. I'm not going to lie.
Same thing with the Commanders.
Why?
I mean, I don't hate the like. Me and James was talking about this. Shout out to
Them
James.
Them niggas is not the Cowboys, the Eagles.
Nah, yeah. Me and James was talking about this yesterday. Shout out to him.
Them niggas is like, I'm sorry to cut you off. Them niggas to me, in baseball terms, them niggas is like the Rays. Like kind of there.
Yeah, because he was talking to me about, because he's a Giants fan as well. He's like, it's kind of crazy. Like all the like, it's like we don't have like this fierce like competitiveness or rivalry with the division, because he was like, why the fuck are you voting for the Commanders against the Lions? Like he was saying that to me. I was like, I mean, in our division, they're like the team I don't really pay them no mind. Like I don't really hate. I don't have no hate towards the Commanders. They're
just a Detroit hater.
They're just there.
Also a Detroit hater.
I think I'm just a golf hater.
I didn't see you talking one. I didn't see you talk about one game in the group chat about football that didn't involve the Lions. Now that I think about it, I could check the group chat too. I don't think there was one game you commented on that wasn't about the Lions.
They're the downfall.
That's why we was the most watched team of the season. Loved or hated, who I forgot who said that quote.
That's crazy, bro.
I forgot who said that quote. Love us or hate us, you watched. I forgot who said that.
That's crazy. The entire NFC North is out of the playoffs.
Best division too.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. But I can't wait for football Sunday. Let's fucking go.
I'm not gonna lie. We wouldn't have beat the Bucks either.
You don't think so?
Yeah, damn nigga. Bro, our defense is Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Did you not see the fucking not the last drive, but the drive that killed us when we was only down 10?
Yeah.
4th and 2. No, hold on. What pissed me off more than that was we had the perfect play. Arnold right on the edge. We knew that Jan Daniels was gonna fake a handoff and run around. We put Arnold right there on the corner. All I had to do was go and tackle him. They were going for it. He was there. He was locked in. He saw the handoff. He took his eye off Jan Daniels, looked towards the fake handoff, and instead of going to make the tackle, then he locked on back to him at the very last minute. My nigga, why are you focused on the fucking handoff? Your matchup is Jaden Daniels. What the fuck are you doing? Your one sole purpose in that play is to stop Jaden Daniels. That's why we put you all the way over there. And he's looking over there. He's like, oh shit. That and the 12 niggas on the field, that was the two most stupid mistakes, bro. And the trick play. If you're gonna
was fucking horrible.
If you're gonna do a trick play, bro, don't let Jameson throw the ball. Let Amon-Ra throw the ball out of all people. I was about to say, or Gibbs. Let Amon-Ra throw the ball. That's it. Jameson's a fucking head case. Don't let him throw the ball. Nah. Are you crazy?
Ben Johnson's still gonna get phone calls for a head coaching position.
Well, that's what people were saying. They was too distracted.
But
with
a
the
lot
interviews.
I wonder if some teams were like, "What the fuck, Ben?"
Too distracted with the interviews. Should have locked in with the fucking playoffs, nigga. What about the interviews after? Oh, hold on. Not a shout out. I'm wearing the colors, but fuck the Dodgers, bro. I'm so tired of this shit. I'm so fucking tired. These niggas just signing every Japanese person.
They can't keep getting away with it.
Yeah, at this point, bro, they gotta make a rule. Yes, I'm bitching about it. They gotta make a rule. They gotta be like, you can only have like 3 Japanese niggas on one team. Cause this shit is starting to get ridiculous, bro.
Japan tax.
Yeah, they just starting to get every Japanese nigga, bro. Everyone. And it's just bullshit because it was like, just because the commissioner said like, we're gonna be watching this free agency very closely. That's why he took all these meetings. We all knew he was going to the Dodgers. This was just all an act. Like, we knew you were going to the Dodgers, bro. It was such horse shit. So,
yeah,
I can only hope that the Phillies or Braves beat them.
Yeah.
But I still hope they sweep the Mets.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Justin, unless you have a shout out, walk us out of here.
If you guys are listening on audio, please give us 5 stars. Please like. If you guys are watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Please like. Follow us on Instagram at the JJ Podcast 1. RIP TikTok for now. Hopefully we'll be back, but follow us there if you don't. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week.
Add me on Marvel Rivals. If you know my username, you know. Peace.